If your actions are not godly actions, you have the mark of the beast. So if you sleep with white women, you have the mark of the beast. If you are not in Isupk, you have the mark of the beast. Yes, it is.
Shalom, Kal, halalyam, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders, peace to the elect house of David, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, barakatham. So you have this word, charagma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
It says a stamp and imprinted mark of the stamps of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-anointed. The mark branded upon horses, think carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. Mark 8 times, one grave. Grave is talking about Acts and the rest are Revelation. So Acts 17 and 29. For as much then as we are the offspring of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold, or silver, or stone, graven by art and man's device. And that's the only time outside Revelation, as we just saw. You actually find this word mark. So graven, that's talking about an idolatrous image, an idol, something carved, even a sculpture. That's why you have in the Latin, if you go into Acts 17 and 29, it's that word sculpture, or it comes from the same root. I believe it's sculpture, something to that effect. But this is talking about a literal, physical thing. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, and this word charagma is talking about something being graven. So it's the last idol that those that want to, or that are set up in the spirit to take it, will have to take it to buy and sell. As Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17 read, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So this is a literal physical thing, and they're teaching that it's Christianity on one hand, but they also say buy or sell is talking about a company, so it's like an embargo. Well, how do you buy or sell with Christianity? Or what company do you see buying or selling with Christianity? They also said that if you're not in Isupk, then you've got the mark of the beast. Well, how are you lot still buying and selling if the mark of the beast is that rampant that everyone outside of the group's got it? How are you lot still buying and selling? When's this going to happen? Or how will we know when this is happening? Because if you said it's already out and people have got it, and that's how they're managing to buy or sell, then how are you lot doing it? Charagma also comes from the root of this.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
A pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between which earth, stone, trees and timbers are heaped and packed together. And it says, from harasso, to sharpen, to a point, akin to graofo. I believe that's grapho. Like, you have graphics and all of that going into sort of making images. They have the making letters, where you have like grapheme and all of them terms there. So talking about, let's try to find that bit again. Talking about a physical thing, man. A sharp point. It says harasso. To sharpen to a point. A pale or stake, a palisade. All of these. Let's try to find something related to it. Character, you also have that, which is where you get the English term character. Character.
Strong's G 5481. Character.
Character. The instrument used for engraving or carving, again, if that would be a physical thing, the mark stamped upon that instrument or wrought out on it, a mark or figure burned in, Leviticus 13:28, or stamped on, an impression, that's where you get the term impression. And this is talking about the expressed image. I believe that's for, what is it? Oh yeah, Hebrews 1 and 3. Who being the brightness of his glory and the expressed image of his person, upholding all things by the word of his power. when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the Majesty on high. That's where you get the term character. The same term in the Latin here, in the Vulgate. You've got this word there, character, goes into the same thing. A literal physical engraving. The image, I was thinking of Colossians, like you have the image of the beast, you have the image of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. That's who the hopeful elect are looking to be made in. Got Colossians 1:15, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. The firstborn as well, that's going into the first created spirit, the only begotten. The image is the word icon, like you have the image of the beast, which is talking about the likeness. Because you'll even see here, it says image, and it says there a likeness, the likeness of the beast. And now, the same camp just there, we're breaking it down that the image of the beast was Caesar Borgia. But when does, they basically position it like you have to get down with the Christian image or you die. But you see democracy, you see atheism, all of that is rampant in Babylon the Great. So it's not just binary, you're in Isupk, you're a Christian. Where does a Muslim come into this? Whereas we would say the image of the beast is doing like unto his philosophies, and that false prophet is going into the Roman Catholic Church. That's dealing with the spiritual part. Or if you wanted to make talk about Caesar Borgia or whatever, you can talk about the false prophet, the image, you can talk about the likeness and that Christian system. But it doesn't finish at Christianity, it's actually deeper. It's talking about this image is going into the whole system, not just a literal image of Caesar Borgia, but the mark, that's purely literal. There's no spiritual symbology in his mark. His mark is an idol. It's the idol that will go in your right hand or your forehead. And they were like, well, can I put it in my left hand? Well, no. Revelation 14, it tells you in verse 8 and 9, it says, and 10, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, which is poured out without mixture, so without a chaser, into the cup of his indignation, meaning righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you want to take it in your left hand, see how that turns out. And they're saying, well, what if I take it in my shoulder? Well, if you think that's okay, then be on your own head. Can't say you never been warned. Wow. Anyway, that was the mark of the beast understanding that they had. Let's get some different translations. So you got mark of the beast, marked on the right hand, marked, marker, marks, character, mark. Not much difference in all these. Mark, marker, can't read Korean. Marker, Malzation, looks like mark. Can't read Russian. Spanish says marker. There you go, that's the mark. The mark is talking about a literal physical thing. I don't know how you'd explain that every philosophy of the beast, so what, the any one West doctrine that isn't Isupk is of the beast, even though there you are, man. The mark of the beast. Giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Shalom.
Women, you have the mark of the beast. If you are not in Isupk, you have the mark of the beast. Yes, it is true. Yes.